Welcome to Andrew Gamero Coaching and NoPainAllGain.ca. Today I'd like to talk about our favorite place to stay. My extended family lives 13 hours away on the BC coast. So when we travel from where we live in Medicine Hat, it's about a 13-hour drive. That means that we really do need to stay someplace halfway between. And that place for us is Three Valley Gap, which is also known as Three Valley Lake Chateau. And that's in Revelstoke, BC. This place is amazing. The first time I ever saw Three Valley Gap for myself was over 20 years ago. My brother had moved to Calgary and we were coming out to visit him. And the road when you're coming from Kamloops up through the mountains, through the Rockies and into Alberta, it's very, very windy. You're surrounded by these majestic, wonderful green fir trees. It smells amazing. But you don't see a lot. It's kind of like a tunnel at point with all these tall trees. You don't see very much around you until you come around the corner and the trees part and you see this amazing, majestic view of that red-roofed Three Valley Gap Chateau. It's stunning. Every time I see it, it just blows me away. And even then, I really wanted to stop and see this place, but in that occasion, we had already stopped for the night earlier and we were driving through. Well, a few years later, we actually got to stop there for the first time, and it was amazing. So what does the Three Valley Gap Hotel have to offer? Well, everything. It's got over 200 rooms. It's got some specialty rooms for newlyweds for their honeymoons. They have big rooms that they banquet halls and stuff that you can even plan a wedding at the chateau. They have a restaurant there, gift shop. They now have a ghost town, and from the time I first went through, they've put a roof over top of their railway museum, and they've even got antique cars in there. It's really worth staying, and they've even got a theater, so they do some vaudeville shows during the summer. Now they're open from about May to October, so if you're going through in the winter months, then unfortunately you're out of luck. It's in an area that is prone to snow slides, and when the conditions are really horrible, it's hard to get in there. So there are times when the roads get blocked off. So that's why they, as a general practice, just have it open from May to October. But if you are going through at that time, I really highly recommend you stop. Their gift store has just really great stuff, unique stuff you don't see elsewhere. You're also in a location where you can access what Revelstoke and Golden have to offer, because you're right there. They offer helicopter tourist trips for the area right from the parking lot of the chateau. They have kayaks to rent. There's a sandy beach. There's a playground for the kids. They've got wonderful gardens to walk through. Inside, you've got a pool and a wonderful hot tub that we love to use. The murals on the walls at the pool, I love. They are about the sinking of the Titanic. So not only do you have beautiful pictures, but you've got the story of what happened with the Titanic. So if your kids are into going through that in class, in their history books, it's really cool to be able to read that while you're relaxing in the pool after a long drive. They also have an entertainment room right off the pool that has like shuffleboard, different games that you can play. There's pianos around. They've got a library you can go hang out in. Now the Wi-Fi there's no Wi-Fi in the rooms, and most locations are pretty spotty. But there are a couple of hot spots in the chateau where you can get Wi-Fi if you need it. So you're really not struggling for that at all as well. It's so quiet there. I love it. You can watch the eagles, the hawks. You can see bears sometimes. The trains go through, and it's all the hotel rooms all face the lake, which is really cool. So when we're there, I love to have the screen door locked, but the sliding door open. And then even with the traffic going by, it just sounds like rushing water. It's so relaxing. It's so quiet. It's such a great break from when you've got to drive 7 or 8 hours in one stretch. It's such a lovely place to stay. The staff is wonderful. The hotel is just filled with antiques and great stuff. I happen to be a history buff, so I love looking at that stuff. And they've even got miniatures in cases. So just walking the hallways, you can turn a corner and end up someplace with some really cool thing to look at. They've got the sunken gardens, which are inside the chateau, and so you can hang out in there as well. It's just a really, really cool place to stay. Now, because the lake is in between these 3 mountains, you can get some pretty crazy riptides going on in the on the lake. So if you go out in a kayak, make sure you are a strong paddler, or at least have a strong paddler with you. We made that mistake once going out with our little ones, and we took 2 different kayaks, and the winds changed, and we kind of learned the hard way that it can change very quickly. So just be careful on that. But other than that, it is a wonderful place to stay. So if you happen to be in the area, even if it's for a couple of hours, I highly recommend stopping by and checking out the ghost town and just wandering the grounds. Stay for a night, stay for a couple of nights. It's really well worth it. It's just so, I just feel so refreshed once I've been there. And the one thing you do need to know, though, is it is an international tourist destination, so there are no pets allowed inside the hotel itself. So you'll need to keep that in consideration if you're planning to stay the night. We don't usually travel with our pets. Our dogs are a little bit too big for that. So it hasn't been an issue for us, but that might be one thing to consider. So I will leave you the address and all the information to contacting the Three Valley Gap or Three Valley Chateau if you want to check it out for yourselves. I highly recommend you do. It's one place you don't want to miss. If you're heading down Highway 1 between Vancouver and Calgary, you definitely want to check out this place. So you may be asking yourself, why would I be including a tourist destination in a site about confidence and fibromyalgia? Well, I think it's really important that we all have some place we go that helps us refresh and renew ourselves, some place that we look forward to going to, some place that just helps us reconnect with what makes us happy. And that's what the Three Valley Gap does for me. So that's why I've included it, just so to show you how important it is to have a place. It doesn't have to be a big hotel. It can be just a spot along the river near your hometown, but have somewhere that you enjoy going to that helps you refresh and reconnect with life. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you next time. Did you know that one-on-one coaching can be a great way to break through the barriers that are holding you back in life? Well, that's what I do. I help my clients look at the things that they think they can't do and turn them into things that they can. I help them reframe their thoughts and break through all the past baggage that is preventing them from going after their dreams. So if you think this is something that would be helpful for you, please reach out to me at andrea@nopainallgain.ca, and I'd be happy to set up a free consultation with you so we can discuss if working together would be a good fit. So I hope I hear from you. I hope you have a great week, and we'll see you next time.